two, one. Welcome, everybody, to Heroes Asylum. That is right. We are here once again with issue 99. That means we're one away, Kane, from the magic 100 number that we've been drooling over. My name is Mike. I am your wordy and nerdy host, and I'm here with my brother from the darker side of Gotham, Kane. How are you doing?
Happy New Year, my brother. How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm doing great. Looking forward to the new year. Have had a great new year so far.
Yeah, I did too. It was kind of mundane, a little bit quiet, but sometimes the mundane and quiet can be quite welcome in this day and age. So
yes, and it has been a quiet first couple of days of the new year too. So we do not have to do what we normally do here at Heroes Asylum, where we do discuss all the latest news for comic books, movies, and television in that genre. So you guys don't have to. We do it. You can just listen to us do it. But yeah,
sure.
Sometimes we have to start it off with a memorial section, and thankfully, nothing new. So we're proud for that factor.
Yes,
so basic kind of what we're going to be doing this time around this show. Last week we talked about 2020, the year in review, the things that happened, and what we liked about it. There's downsides, upsides about it. This time we're actually going to focus on the year forward. What is coming out in 2021 that I'm excited about, that Kane's excited about, and then that way we can let you guys know what to look out for, and go from there. So we're going to start with movies. I mean, we already have a movie out now, Wonder Woman. We've already discussed that, and if you guys check it out on our Midnight Movie show, we do have a review. Kane and I did review it. I actually got a chance to go out to the movie theaters this weekend with one of our friends to go see it at the theaters, and I got to tell you, something happened in the theaters. It was very odd for me. I'm in my mid-40s. I was the second youngest person in the theater.
Really?
There was a large group of silver-haired women in front of us. Like groups came in together, which I thought was so cool because I'm like, well, these women grew up on Wonder Woman. You're thinking, you got to think that 80 years ago was about when she came out, the first comic book, and these women probably grabbed a comic book in their teens, in their younger age, younger days, and now they're coming to the movie theater to watch what they grew up with. Imagine us being as fans as we are now. We're finally getting it in our 30s and 40s. Imagine somebody in their age getting it now in their 70s and 80s and seeing what they grew up with and what was, in a way, very important to them and in some way molded them. A lot of folks will tell you, reading a comic book gave them their morality code for life. And I was just really kind of moved to see that. And also in the fact of what's going on now, with COVID and everybody not trying to go out. And I'm seeing older folks coming out and, enjoying a movie. Yes, we went around 4:00 in the afternoon. So yes, it was a earlier movie, but still I was just very impressed. When I think back to the movies I've seen in recent years, in the superhero genre, I'm usually one of the older ones in there.
Gotcha. That's something. I mean, like, that's actually pretty good too, if you think about it. I mean, like you just said eloquently, characters like that, especially Wonder Woman, she traces back to, like, I believe early 40s, late 30s. So she's a legacy character. She's been around for a long time. And actually seeing like these women or these mature women or mature people going out watching this is, it didn't even dawn upon me until you told me that. I was like, yeah, that's right. There's people who actually been fans of this longer than we have.
Exactly. Yeah. There's 40 years before we were around,
before our even inceptions in this.
Yeah. That's what really just it really hit me, because I was just like, oh, we're just going to the movies. I didn't expect to see a lot of people, and I just our friend Cindy I was with, and I just leaned over to her and I go, I think I'm one of like the youngest people in this theater right now, and that never happens. And then it just dawned on me even more. It's like, wait, these old ladies here.
Well,
they're coming out and they're like, they're getting excited. They're laughing and they were having fun. And I thought that was awesome to know yes, I am in my 40s, and yes, we're here talking about, we have a show talking about comic books and stuff, but to know that that's still going to have an impact on me, another 40 years from now, it's still going to mean something to me. And when another comic book movie comes out, when I am in my 80s, maybe they do Superman or Batman for the 500th time, and I'm still going to be excited to go see that movie and
I'll
still
make my
appreciate it.
grandkids take me to go see it. I was like, "You're
Yeah.
taking me there, whether you like it or not." Yeah, but that is good that we still have the joy of those movies, especially people at those ages, and it still brings them joy. I'm glad too because at their age, with COVID going on, you would think they stay home, but they braved the storm, wore the
Yeah,
masks,
that
and
again. I mean, I was feeling, kind of nervous, going out myself. But I was like, wait, they're here. We were again the way the theaters are. Everybody's every other row. You're put into groups. Usually the group that you come with. Like there was nobody in the row we were on, and nobody in the row in front of us. And then the next row ahead of that one was where the older ladies were, and it was their I think one of their grandsons, and then three or four older ladies, and then there was another row jump, and then there was a older couple over there. So again, it was just really cool to see that, and they're taking care of the theaters. So don't feel too nervous. Yes, you're gonna have to wear your mask, open up your mask, have your popcorn, your drink, and then put it back on.
yeah, that's pretty much how the restaurants do it too. I mean, you just go in there, you walk around, put the mask on, or you sit down, eat your food, drink, you just take it off.
Yeah,
That's good. That's going to be the norm for a while. We're just going to have to
yeah,
get used to it until it's all well and gone, hopefully. But
yeah. Well, we got a little bit longer, but at least we can get out and do some things, and still get out and support. That was my main reason. You and I'd already reviewed it. I'd already seen the movie, but I still wanted to go out and show my support to the local theaters and also for the movie itself. So that way they're still showing that people still want that to happen. And speaking of movies, we got a list of the top movies coming out, and then this is from Rotten Tomatoes, coming out in 2021. Some have
Yep.
release dates, some don't. Some are still on the fence of whether they'll even come out at all. So we're going to go through those right now. Starting off with January 8th, they're coming out this Friday. It's been 2 years since we've seen Ridley Scott, but he's releasing The Last Duel. I don't know if you're interested in that, but it looks like it's going to, we're going to have Ben Affleck, Adam Driver, Jodie Comer on there. Even Matt Damon's going to be on there as well. So I think it'll
Oh,
be
okay.
a little return of Matt and Ben. So if anybody's a Matt and Ben fans, you guys are out there.
You got Bourne and Batman in the same movie. Come
Yeah,
on, check
exactly.
it out.
Let's see here. Nothing really that would hint us, as interest. I know you are a Ridley Scott fan, and of course, you are a Batman fan. So, the next real movie I think that pops up that's going to be any sort of interest, and we don't know much about it. There's an M. Night Shyamalan project coming out February 26th. Still haven't heard anything about it.
No name?
He's no name, just the project. You know how he is with his secrecy. So we're still waiting to get some more information on that. Then after that, the next big movie. I cannot wait for this one. We're getting Ghostbusters Afterlife. We're set to release
What?
March 5th.
March 5th? Ooh, March is going to be a busy month then.
Yeah, yep. So we're gonna have Carrie Coonan, Finn Wolfhard, McKenny Grace, and Paul Rudd with Jason directing. So yeah, that is. I'm looking forward to that.
I am too. After, I just finished watching, we haven't gotten the TV yet, but I just finished watching Cobra Kai. And you talk about fans who love the material and they're bringing new things into it. I know Jason Reitman's going to do that. I just hope they take a page, or anybody in the future, when they want to revitalize a franchise, take a look at what the guys in Cobra Kai have done.
Yeah,
They have done exactly what we have talked about for so long. They have taken a franchise, which they don't crap on the legacy. You still have those characters in there, but they're mixing in new ones,
yeah,
and they're going in somewhere different. But you still have those main hubs there, which they're still the part of the show. They're not the main part of the show because the little guys are a little bit older, but those guys are the staples, and they're bringing in some new blood. And I think that combination bodes well as far as like the future goes if you're going to bring franchises back, which I see Reitman doing this film, and that's what has me excited. After I just finished watching Cobra Kai, and I'm on a high. I
right,
cannot
yeah.
wait till they do season 4. Like, oh,
Then after that, again, another one coming back, continuing, and it looks like it's sticking to its core. Core is coming to America too, or coming to America with a two in the.
that was another one I was afraid of because I was like, man, that's one of my favorite comedies of all time. Please please just don't mess that one up. And I saw the
No,
trailer.
I
I'm
mean, if
like,
you've seen the trailer, it looks like it's bringing everybody back, and we're getting some new cast members. We're getting Wesley Snipes in there now as somebody. I think Wesley was in. No, no, I'm thinking of somebody else that was in there as one of the bums or one of the homeless guys. I think that's
oh,
Am I thinking Samuel L?
I
I think
think, well,
was he.
Samuel L. was one of, well, yeah, he was one of the guys who held up the McDowells.
That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so yeah, but
And
now,
then
now we
Cuba
have
Gooding
Wesley.
Jr. Was the kid in the barber chair. So I don't know
Right,
if you're
yeah.
thinking one of those two guys.
No, yeah, it was. Yeah, there were two actors I know that were like, and I couldn't remember if Wesley was involved in one of those or not. But no, but he will be in this one as well as, of course, Eddie Murphy, Arsenio Hall, John Amos, James Earl Jones is returning, Garcelle Bouvaz.
Garcelle Bouvier?
Bouvier, thank you. Yeah.
Bouvier, yeah.
And of course, we have it coming to Amazon Prime. So, any of you Prime folks, make sure you get that.
Yeah.
And so you can see that.
Yeah. Man, people are looking forward to coming to America. Yeah, Quincy, so am I. Just checking the chat out.
Oh, goal. Yeah, I can't. Unfortunately, I'm not able to see it. I'm reading this, so.
Oh, it's okay. I'll let you know what's going on.
Perfect. All right. Then we have Raya and the Last Dragon is coming out. Paul Briggs and Dean Williams, starring. I'm gonna kill this one. I'm so sorry. Well, no, I'm not. Aquafina and Casey Steele. It's still going to be the first Disney animated movie of 2021, if you don't count Soul, which I kind of do count Soul because that's Disney Pixar.
Good movie, by the way. Holy crap. Good movie. If you guys have not seen Soul, watch it.
Very good movie.
Oh
if anybody,
my god, so good. Oh.
Yeah, if nobody has seen that yet, definitely check that out. It's well worth it. Next one we have Masters of the Universe. One we've been talking about, the Kevin Smith one. It's looks like they're gearing it as a movie to start off with, and then maybe they'll go the route of a television series. But this one looks like it's falling under the movie area, and again something I'm looking forward to.
That's the animated reboot, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Okay. Yeah, that's going to be Adam and Aaron Nee are the directors. I think Kevin's behind it.
He's a showrunner, I think, with Mark Bernardin, right?
As a showrunner, and because of She-Ra reboot that they had last year or 2 years, no, I think it was 2 years ago for She-Ra, they're kind of going along that route, and so we're going to see where it is. We've heard so many rumors about it that it was going to surface around Teela more than He-Man, and the He-Man was going to be a background character, and then of course Kevin's announced no, that's not how it's going to be. He wouldn't do that to a character that again he grew up and loved.
Yeah, and if you love the material as much as he does, I don't think he's gonna poo-poo it. Like I said, I don't want to bring up Cobra Kai again, but those guys love it, and if you love something, you're gonna make sure that it's not, the legacy's not tarnished. And from what I heard, they're good. I think they're picking up after the original series, not the one that came out in 2000, but like the original series back in 83, 85, or whenever it came out. So that'd be an interesting one to see.
Yeah, we'll definitely see that one.
See man, He-Man.
Also, something interesting that's getting released March 5th. Also, Tom and Jerry are getting their first live/action animated movie, and I'm very interested to see this because Tom and Jerry can be extremely divisive if you look at its history.
Yeah.
So I'm very interested to see what direction they decide to take with this. And I've seen the trailer. I like what I saw in the trailer. They're definitely avoiding those things, and they have to. I mean, there's just if you look at some of the old Tom and Jerry, you just can't do that on television anymore. And so hopefully we'll see what route they go. It's we see we have Chloe Grace, Michael Pena, Ken Chong, Colin Yost, and Rob Delaney are all on there. So definitely.
Colin Yost is going to be be in there. Huh? Look at Colin. Good for him.
We have Jackass 4. If anybody needed more Jackass in your life, that is coming out. Come rolling off the COVID, I think we all survived Jackass, so I don't think we need to. I was a fan of the first two Jackasses movies, but I don't think
I'm all Jackassed out, man. Sorry.
Yeah. Another one I'm looking forward to, and I know you are, because you were a big fan of this. Actually, you're one of the ones that got me kind of going towards it, because at first I wasn't going to check it out. But The Kingsman, with Matthew Vaughn directing. So that's a prequel to the first two movies. Mm-hmm. So
looks good. It looks good. Looks like they're getting back to the original formula of the first movie, and which the first movie to me is high standard. Second one was okay. It just got a little too. I don't know what the word is.
It got too full of itself in a way.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the best way I can describe it.
That thanks. Yeah, that's probably a good way to say it. It did get full of itself, and it looks like they're going back to the original roots in this prequel. So and it looks good too. So
yeah, it does, definitely does. Yeah, I caught another trailer for it this weekend when I saw Wonder Woman. I was like, oh,
and I think it takes place during World War II, World War I believe, that time area.
Yeah, I couldn't tell. I was trying to judge off of the war, the battle scenes, and I think it looked more World War I than World War II. See if it says anything in the description I have. Yeah, 1900. So yeah, World War I is when it takes place.
Okay.
Next movie coming out in March. Next one coming out in March. This one, you and I are just. I know you're stoked about it as much as I am, being a comic book geek, and we never thought we'd see this character. But Morbius, March 19th.
How great in a world do we live in as comic book geeks that we're actually getting a Morbius movie. That's just freaking insane. I mean, it just shows that, we don't have to do Spider-Man, Superman, Batman, all these characters. I mean, there's more comics out there you can check out.
Well, it's getting a Morbius movie. Not even we got Daredevil and Punisher and stuff like that on television, which I thought was awesome. But to actually spend your time and do a Morbius movie, which I understand with Morbius, he's a one-shot kind of guy. You can't build a big storyline around Morbius.
No.
I think he's a one and done kind of character, and that's great that if they start doing that more often with these characters, that their real true existence in the comic books is based off around their villains, or they are villains, and it's based off of the superheroes that they're connected with. It's best just to give them a one and done, like the Joker movie. I think Morbius will be great. Venom's got a huge, echelon of things to go. So yeah, he needs to continue on, which he is in our list, by the way. So don't fret. He is coming. Let's see here. Baby Boss is coming out. I liked the trailer. I don't know if anybody's seen the trailer for that yet. There's a Baby Boss too. It's an interesting.
I like Boss Baby. That.
Boss Baby, not Baby Boss. Sorry, Boss Baby. And then we have. This one was fun to watch in the movie theater. The trailer. We have F9, Fast and Furious 9, coming out. That's set from actually my birthday. So maybe I'll drift out for a little adrenaline pump on my birthday. And so April 2nd, we are going to see F9. This time, we are being joined by John Cena. So we're gonna, I guess just Dom's just gonna work his way through the WrestleMania card. Is it got eventually like number 10 is going to be like Austin? Is that what we're going to?
It's going to go Fast and Furious 316. I mean, I don't know.
There we go. Perfect. You named it, and now you got money. You gave Hollywood an idea. Now you're screwed.
Oh gosh,
you're never going to see that money again.
Battling a group of ranchers led by Steve Austin.
Wasn't that Rambo?
Yeah, that was Rambo. Yeah, I'm taking Rambo's.
After that, same day again. Man, maybe I'll have to do that. Maybe I'll switch. I
think you should.
No Time to Die. It comes out again, also April 2nd. So we got another release date. That one was formed for November 25th last year. Now we've got an April 2nd release date. And saw the new trailer for that one as well. Wow. It's Bond. It's straight Bond. It's just the adrenaline rush, the explosions, just the music, just everything was just amazing with that trailer. And then I always kill his name, Rami Malek. Rami
Malek, yeah.
Yeah, he was perfect character villain. From the little bit that we saw in him, I thought was amazing.
I'm gonna be curious to see what they do with him, because a lot of the times they take these actors who win Oscars and they think, sometimes when you win an Oscar, it's not because you had a great performance that year, but not necessarily that you can carry that over into every film. So I'm gonna see how Rami's gonna do in this film, because he's.
Did you ever see him on Mr. Robot?
No, that's what I'm saying. Was he good on that show?
Watch a couple of episodes of Mr. Robot. You'll understand. He's going to be fine. He'll be just fine. Yeah.
Okay. Just you're more of a fan than I am. Like I saw him.
I'm not a fan of Mr. Robot. I was a fan of him. I was a fan of what he did and for the Queen, biopic. But I just think he's going to do great. Even if you ever saw Band of Brothers, not Band of Brothers, Pacific. Sorry. Pacific. He was in the Pacific version, and that's really good. Check it out. HBO has the Band of Brothers and Pacific.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and
I'll have to check. I'll have to check those out. I'm sorry, I'm just trying to monitor the chat room at the same
No, it's
time.
okay.
I'm
Yeah,
over
no,
here.
it's okay. No, but yeah, no. Pacific, amazing. He's in there. A lot of young actors at the time have now that have come on, but he's one that really stood out to me when I saw him. And then, of course, I recently rewatched it because I'm just a fan of that genre of movies, and it was just for that one a TV show. And that's when I see like these mini series or mini streaming series that they're talking about coming out. I look to those. I look to the Band of Brothers. I look to the Pacific as like those are 8-9 movie or television series, and they tell so much in those that if they wanted to do like they are now, with Disney doing Obi-Wan, that's how they should do Obi-Wan, just like they did Band of Brothers.
How many episodes was Band of Brothers?
Like I said, I think it was 8 or 9. No, it was like 8 or 9. It's not even. This was before the streaming wars came out, and we all had our 8 to 13 series. This was just a series that they put out, on HBO, and it was perfect. The perfect amount, the perfect size. I think it was great.
I think we're gonna get to that point where, as far as streaming goes, as long as you tell good stories, you could tell it maybe in less than 13 episodes, 10, sometimes 8.
Well, again, like I said,
but Mandalorian's only 8, right? Yeah,
it's 8 a season. But again, this is an ongoing series. If you're just going to do a one and done, knock it out, I think going the tail of the route of Band of Brothers or Pacific would be perfect. 8-9 episodes, and again, like I said, they're telling these great stories and very in depth and a lot of characters. If you just spend your time on 1 or 2 characters with 8 episodes, that's a lot of time to build and fill in those blank spots for those characters. Especially since we know like Obi-Wan's supposed to have, we know we're I'm pretty sure he's either going to be playing Rex or Cody, and
Tamara Morrison,
so I know he's going to be on there, and that's that's the route, which one's he going to be playing,
I hope it's what did you say, Cody?
Well, you have Cody or Rex, because those are the two main.
Rex.
Somebody I saw in a chat on a group I'm on made the comment, it would be interesting if it was Cody who was still trying to search for him, because Obi-Wan's the one Jedi that got away after the Empire threw off all the clones and said we're not using you anymore. His chip still was geared towards hunting down Obi-Wan.
Maybe.
I was like, that is a kind of a cool like twist to it, I wanted Rex. But then when I saw that, I was like, what a great idea. It's not just Vader who thinks he still might be out there, but Cody knows he's out there and wants him. Wants to avenge and get his rightful place back into the Empire.
That'd be a real difference, man. I would like that.
Yeah, like I said, somebody mentioned that in the chat. Cody. I was like, wow, okay.
Shit. Okay.
Next one is A Quiet Place, number 2. So we're getting directed by John Krasinski, Emily Blunt, Noah Jupe, and a few other folks are going to be on there.
I think Cillian Murphy's on there too, right?
Cillian Murphy. Yeah, like I said, he has a long list there. I just hit the top ones.
Yeah, that's okay.
I mean, if anybody was a fan of the first one, definitely sign up. Look for that. Let's see, what else do we have? Got a little gap here until May 7th. We get Black Widow finally. More and more I see the trailer. I just can't wait to see it. I just want to see it. I don't no more
trailers. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there's no new trailers. It's just the same trailer. In fact, our friend Cindy that we went to, she's like, I'm trying to avoid seeing the trailers as much, but every time we go to a movie, it's the same damn trailer. And yeah, I'm just looking forward to it. I just want the story to be told and it to be, justice to be done finally for her. End of May, Free Guy from Ryan Reynolds, Taika Waititi.
Looks like a fun movie.
Yeah, looks so much fun. Yeah, if anybody's a gamer, it's basically, the concept is he's one of the non-playable characters, and he becomes conscious about what he is and basically becomes a hero in it. Same day, May 21st, something I know you and I have been waiting for, and I think more you than me, Godzilla versus King Kong.
I cannot wait. They showed some images the other day of Kong in chains, and I'm like, can I just get this movie already?
Yeah, can we have this
God,
now?
Man. Like, I want it now. Like, now. Yeah. I'm tired of waiting. I read the whole thing about it. There's apparently some other creatures or other kaijus that might show up, and a certain kaiju made of metal that might look like Godzilla. I heard, but
there are a couple. There are a couple. So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that. That will also be released in the theaters as well as onto HBO Max, just for those of you that are interested. That is one of the ones that is definite. I know there have been others that have been mentioned are kind of up in the air, but that one is definitely a guarantee. Next one we have is one I think you're interested in. Yes, that's probably one I can probably go back to a couple of years and hear you complaining or wanting a movie about this. The Micronauts are going to be released June 4th.
Is it animated or is that a live action?
Long-awaited Micronauts film will touch down. Most likely, I think it may be because the director was from the How to Train Your Dragon.
Okay, yeah, it's probably.
So it doesn't say anything more than that. There's no starring roles. There's no information other than it is directed by that person and produced by J.J. Abrams. So,
well, that's his deal with Warner Brothers, right? Is that a Warner Brothers film? I believe.
I don't see anything on here about Warner Brothers or not, but it may be part of the Warner Brothers deal that he signed up with to do that. But yeah, it's based off of the action figures by Mego. If anybody's knows about the Micronauts, like I said, Kane has mentioned it a few times in the past.
I got a thing for the Micronauts, man. I think it's a franchise is waiting to happen. So, yeah, I can't wait. That's going to be some fun
next
stuff.
one. Next, we jump into July. In July, guys, this is going to be a big summer release party for a lot of movies. First one, July 2nd, Top Gun, Maverick. We finally get to see that. You also get
from the director of Mission Impossible. I think he did the last Mission Impossible.
Director is Joseph Kosinski.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's not. Maybe I was thinking of somebody else.
And next one after Shang-Chi, A Legend of the Ten Rings, comes out July 9th.
It's a Marvel movie.
Jam
it's interesting.
2 comes
Jam.
out. With and
get up, it's time to jam now.
Jungle Cruise comes out. Something that there's been a long awaited for that. With
Jungle Cruise was supposed to come out like 2019, right?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So I mean, you got a big month there coming out for July. August, we start off with the Suicide Squad.
That's gonna be so much fun.
That one.
That's gonna be fun.
Then we see Deep Water, Ben Affleck movie, and this one I'm kind of interested in because I was a fan of the first one. The Hitman's Wife's Bodyguard is coming out. So if you guys saw the first movie with Samuel Jackson,
fun little movie. Sam Jackson, that was a fun little movie. So and Selma Hayek, I thought killed it in the first movie. She was awesome.
Well, they're all coming back. You got Ryan Reynolds, Samuel L. Jackson, Selma Hayek, Richard E. Grant. Morgan Freeman and Tony Banderas. I mean, this a cast looks
Tony
like
Banderas.
fun.
Damn,
yeah.
They got the old school people coming back.
Yeah, so we're looking at that August 20th. Again, that was formerly supposed to be out last year. So a lot of these movies, guys, are already in the cans. They're done, ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
Next one is Candyman. I know you guys have been waiting for the Candyman trailer.
Oh, I can't wait for that movie. That's going to be fun.
And so because we already got the trailer released, so we were definitely going to be getting that again. Another one that was done, ready to go. It was supposed to be released last year.
Keep going.
Next one is we have October. We're going to start off with long-awaited and going to be released on HBO, but Dune will be coming out.
Man, that Dune movie looks so good. Oh
I got so excited when I saw the trailer on the big screen finally. For when I saw Wonder Woman, because I just hadn't seen it yet. I just saw it on small screen on my television. If I sit really close to my TV, it feels like I'm at the movie theaters, but it's just not the same.
Not the same, man. You still need that big screen effect. Yeah.
We now have the Uncharted, which is for the Tom Holland and Mark Wahlberg movie based off the video game franchise of Uncharted. That's scheduled for October 8th. And go ahead.
I'm busy. Open the door. No. I'm recording. What? What about it? I'm recording. I'm recording. Come on, man. Sorry, guys. You there? Sorry.
Yep. Yeah, we're here.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. Just issue. Okay.
All
Oh yeah.
right. So then we have Halloween Kills, which I know that's that you've been drooling for that one for a while.
I have been waiting for a long time for that one.
Jamie Lee Curtis, Judy Greer, Anthony Michael Hall is on there, so we definitely have something to look forward to. And
Hmm.
also, I think the same day, no, sorry, the week later, Snake Eyes comes out.
That I have that as one of my most anticipated one on my list.
Yeah.
It's actually I got Snake Eyes on here. Yeah, that's one definitely. That's gonna be an interesting one to see. They're trying to reboot a whole franchise with just a solo
And what
movie.
it's
So,
the best way of doing it. It really is. Just like when they booted up the the Marvel franchise. You took Iron Man
mhm.
again, not the biggest Marvel character. When you think of Marvel, you had a lot of other characters you would have chosen from. The X-Men, the Fantastic Four. Iron Man was a little bit lower level. What a great way of trying to reboot the GI Joe one is bring in probably one of the most favorite characters. He would be to me. He would be like the Wolverine of the GI Joe franchise.
That's not a bad comparison. I would say he
You
is kind of
build him
Wolverine.
off of a great fan favorite. Make sure that's the big thing. They got to really put some emphasis and make sure this is a good movie and it's hitting all the right marks. You know, and then and stick to the lore. They really do. They need to stick to the clan, his origin, him and Storm Shadow's relationship, and yes, they need to have that love interest with Scarlet. As much as I don't like seeing love interest in a lot of movies, it's not because I don't believe in love or anything like that, or that
Heartless man.
I'm not heartless. I'm not jaded. I just believe, good storytelling does not have to revolve around seeing who somebody's boning. Just not important. But I think that it's really important because that's the one thing that really irked me when I saw the GI Joe 2 movies that we got earlier. I was just like, what? No, it's supposed to be him and Scarlet because that's like unrequited love. If there's something she can't really have him the way that she really wants, but she loves him all of his damage. Not being able to speak, not being able. His face is just destroyed. So
Yeah, I wonder if they're gonna go that way with the destroyed face and his.
I
meter
hope
box.
they continue with that. I mean, it's right now is the perfect time to kind of do that because they can take because originally it was Vietnam that he got these wounds and everything. They can equate it to the Iraq War.
Yeah, Desert
And
Storm
being
or
out there,
something
and
like
that something happened out there that he now looks this way, but he's still got that mystical connection to the Saro. Can't remember the name of the clan off the top of my head. Sorry.
No, it wasn't like any of the big clans, was it? Like,
No, it wasn't anything like
the
but
Triad
no, he was but a member of one of that clan, and then it was Snake or Storm Shadow that brought him in to give him peace because he was all broken up. Then there just became an inner conflict, and they could just build off of that. And just the simple fact of what happens in their relationship, there's a tie into a bigger story that you don't need if you don't want to go further. You can just say this assassin was somebody that just wanted to stop something, but you can use that assassin to become somebody else. In the overall GI Joe story, it was somebody else. I'm not going to ruin
we'll
it
see
if
how they
anybody
play
wants to
it, but
do the research.
I'll check it out though. Like I said, it's on my list right here that I made for like TV shows and movies. So that's definitely one of the most anticipated for me. I can't wait.
Now there is a movie that is scheduled to come out. I've heard just in the whispers of this movie, and I'm very interested to see it. It's an untitled movie. It's an untitled Elvis film, but it's directed by Baz Luhrmann, and we do know it's starring Austin Butler and Tom Hanks, and I'm really interested.
Who's
to
playing
see it.
Elvis?
I'm assuming Austin Butler, since he's the first in the starring. There's only 2 stars that are listed: Austin Butler and Tom Hanks. Tom Hanks is a supporting character. That's all I know.
So Tom Hanks probably be playing the Colonel then.
That would be perfect for him at his age, and yeah, he can definitely do a really cool, Southern accent. If anybody's ever seen some,
What was that one
roles.
movie he did with the Coen brothers where he played like a Southern type of Colonel character?
Yeah,
I forgot the name of it.
That's where I was going with when I was talking.
Yeah,
about
that's what I
can't remember
thought.
the name of it, but I mean, it's a Baz Luhrmann movie, and I love any of his films. If you've seen any of Baz Luhrmann or any of his music, he's just always great, and I would love to see what he could do to an Elvis.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting. I didn't even know about that. That hush hush.
I just had heard it in whispers, like it would pop up on my feed every once in a while that hey, he's working on something, and we know that Tom Hanks was overseas filming something else. So I know it's out there. But that's in November, right on the same day as the next of the major Marvel movies, The Eternals, the first new Marvel movie other than Shang-Li. Sorry. but the first one into the greater universe, the bigger cosmic universe.
Yeah, we're gonna find out we're going deeper into that Marvel cosmic craziness. So it'll be interesting to see what they're gonna do, because that is, I think that was the first one filmed for the new era besides
This
Spider-Man.
was supposed to be released originally. It was supposed to be released. It was pushed back. It was supposed to be released in February of this year, but it's been pushed back to November because of all the other movies that were supposed to be released. And just the cast is ridiculous. I mean, Angelina Jolie, Selma Hayek, Kamala, Gemma Chan, Richard Madden, Kit Harington, Brian Tyree Henry. I mean, just a ridiculous list. And
They definitely got some talent behind it. So,
Yes,
like
they
I
do.
said, and if you guys don't know what the Eternals are, if you guys ever read DC, they're basically like the new gods of Marvel. I guess that's the easiest way to put it. But if you haven't, they're cool characters. They're kind of almost like sort of godlike characters created by the Celestials. So just they experimented, but it's cool. Check it out.
Yeah, we'll see what happens because this is the leading into the next big baddie, I believe. To be honest, I think the Ten Rings is going to hint a little to it, just like Iron Man did. But I think the Eternals is when we're going to actually really get a big taste of who's coming.
Yep.
Next one is the Spider-Man sequel, the third one that is supposed to be coming out. One of the Homecoming movies or whatever they're called. They're referring it to one of the the Homecoming sequel.
hmm
So we're definitely looking forward to that. We hear a lot of rumors, so many rumors coming about that. Who's being signed up to return? Who has signed up? Who is been visiting the office? So I mean, we're looking forward to seeing a crossover. We definitely do know Cumberbatch will return for Doctor Strange, and so we're understanding it. Kane and I've just alluded and hinted all over the place that that we're definitely thinking this is the beginning of the multiverse, especially with the other cast coming back, of prior Spider-Man franchises.
Yeah, they got Jamie Foxx, Alfred Molina coming back. I mean, if you guys can put two and two together,
Yeah. Just look at who they're suggesting that they definitely have locked down, and then the hints. Yeah, it's just everything. It's just hinting to a bigger world. For you Potter fans, got the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them #3 is set to be released on November 12th.
it's the first one post Johnny Depp. So
Yeah. So this one we'll see. Which is fine. Can't wait to see Mads in there. Next one, December 4th. No, sorry, not December 4th. December 22nd. Sorry, Matrix 4 is what I was reading. And so yeah, we're going to see the return of Neo, and really, it's just strange looking at the casting. It's Keanu Reeves, Carrie-Anne Moss, the two that died. Nobody else is returning. Jada Pinkett Smith, I think, was she in the original one?
She was in the second one.
Was she? Okay, yeah, she was in the second one.
Second
so she's
and
another one. So
third, I
she's coming
believe.
back. Neil Patrick Harris, Jonathan Groff, Jessica Henwick, Lambert Wilson. Just a lot of people, are coming in. So I'm very interested to see where this takes us.
This will be different. Maybe the real world is they go into the John Wick world. That'll be fun. Like the real world is actually John Wick and Wick is actually Neo. I've heard people trying to
there we
tie
go.
those two franchises together. I mean, it's not going to happen, but I mean, it's out there. Lawrence Fishburne was in John Wick. And,
Yeah. And then we do have some other movies that are not slated anytime. We do have Shazam, or not Shazam. Sorry, Black Adam is hinted to, but we did hear that kind of got put on. Wicked. If anybody was a fan of the Broadway play Wicked, I enjoyed it. If anybody else did. Let's see what else was on here, but no definite titles. Mortal Kombat. I know that one's been done for a while. I thought.
yeah, that's been finished for a bit.
Yeah,
That's another
and that
one I'm
one's
looking
supposed
forward to.
Yeah, but was supposed to be coming out actually in a few days, but it got pushed back. But again, it'll be a HBO simultaneous release.
Yeah, it's gonna be. Let's see if they actually can pull it off. Because the first one was so good,
Right.
and the second one was just so bad. I mean, to me it was, but But we'll see.
But those are the movies that I had listed. Do you have any that I might have missed, or any that you're interested?
No, those are the ones that I was looking forward to. I had a list was Dune, Mortal Kombat, Mission Impossible. I think you missed that one. Snake Eyes, Kingsman, and I don't know if you can call Justice League a new movie, but it is going to be
It's the reboot. Yeah.
It's the re-release, so that's going to be coming out too. So those are the ones I had for movies coming out.
So we're going to jump into TV. We're going to kind of keep TV short, but I just wanted to start with TV and say, did you see the news today? Our Doctor Who, Jodie Whittaker, is going to call it quits after 3 years as the Time Lord.
That's pretty much
It's standard.
the
Is what
average.
she said.
It's standard. Yeah, it's standard. Like 3 seasons, they're done. Like
Yeah.
unless you want to be like Tom Baker, who was there, who hung on for like 7.
Yeah, that's what she said. That's the main reason why. She's like, there's a legacy of what doctors do, and doctors do it 3 years, and then we're out.
Yeah, that's and actually before they actually did the reimagining, it was supposed to be 1 season because Christopher Eccleston, he started it off. He was supposed to be like a one and done, and he was. And then after that, you got Tennant. He hung out for like 3. Smith hung out for 3. Capaldi for about 3. So yeah, it's about the norm. Get out while the going is good, and she's been solid. So it's gonna suck to see her go. I haven't seen the New Year's Eve or New Year's Day special yet, so I'll have to check that out tonight. But that's par for the numb. Good.
Very cool. And then another little tidbit came out this week. I thought it was kind of interesting. I thought I'd bring you up and see what your thoughts were. Did you see the article with the director Paul Greengrass, who worked with Fox during the early 2010s, and that he was working with them on actually doing an X-Men versus Fantastic Four?
Read
movie?
about that. Yeah, I read about that. That was rumored for a while, even while they were doing that Fantastic Four movie. They wanted to cross the streams and all that, but just
he said. But there was a script out there. They had the Fantastic Four, also Daredevil, also Deadpool, and everybody that was Fox property in early 2000s. Well, I thought that would have been an amazing if they could have gotten that off the ground and really competed with Marvel and go toe to toe. Basically, have the Avengers versus the Fantastic Four and Iron Man on the big screen is what it really would have come down to.
Yeah, but inner workings at Fox, I don't think that was going to happen.
Yeah, but they had everything.
It sucks.
planned
I
out,
wish we
everything
could have seen that happen. That would have been fun, man. That would have been really fun. Get the correct version of Galactus, not some.
Well, we don't know what. Just because they would have done it doesn't mean it's going to be the correct version. Remember, Fox did do the bad version of Galactus already. So what do you think? That you think they're going to fix that?
I don't know, man.
Just because Kevin Feige has it doesn't mean he's going to give us the correct version of Galactus either. You got to realize Galactus is going to be something very challenging for somebody to do on the big screen, and to make it believable that people can go after him, and that's going to be the big problem. And that's
you got to figure out how you want to do him. Do you want to make him the size of a planet? I mean, to make this believable, or do you want to make him like he's in a ship that can grow to the size of a planet? I mean, I don't know.
I'm interested to see what they're going to do with. Oh shoot! I just drew a blank on. God, they just announced him, the actor that was in Lovecraft Country.
Oh, John Majors. Majors.
I'm trying to draw a blank on the DC villain he was playing.
Kang.
Kang. Yeah, I'm interested to see how they're going to do with Kang. The Kang will be a good test of it because Kang he's a little off of Thanos, but I think it'll be a good test to see what they're willing to do with him.
Yeah, and you could throw out some multiple villains. You don't have to have like a Thanos type threat. You could have multiple guys, coming.
Yeah, but we've seen what happens when they try to do, not them as in like Marvel, but when comic book movies try to do multiple villains, it kind of you lose something in one of the villains, and that becomes something bad we don't want to see.
No, you don't.
So let's see here. Next one we're starting off with. So we're going to do TV. Of course, first starting off, the beginning of the year, Netflix had to, put everybody to shame and launch off with Cobra Kai. I have not seen it. I'm getting ready to actually resubscribe to Netflix, so I got to see that, and then the latest Transformers that came out a couple of weeks ago. I need to get caught up there.
Oh, Transformers is out? I have to watch that then.
Yeah, it came out, I think, December 22nd or something like that. So,
I'll have to watch that. I'll have to check that one out.
So, yeah, we definitely have Cobra Kai coming out, which, was highly, highly anticipated in my world, maybe just because I'm part of a couple of Cobra Kai groups. But, yeah, it was all over the place.
Worth the wait. That's all I'm going to say. Worth the wait.
And just in just a few weeks, I mean, we're talking, 12 days away, we're going to finally have the very first MCU show. WandaVision will debut on Disney Plus January 15th with Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany. Cannot wait. Just for my guys, just hold your breath. Just be patient. It's not going to be released all at once. That's a Netflix thing. That's not going to happen with Disney. That looks, Disney does like to release bits at a time. If we're lucky, Disney did this for the Right Stuff, the television series they were running. They would release 2 a week. So maybe we'll get lucky enough. Maybe the world will release 2. But if they go the route of Mando and all the other shows they've done, it's one a week.
Yeah,
but didn't they release 2 Mandos the first time?
That was the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, so maybe we'll get that. Let's see here. We are getting a remake of The Equalizer, if anybody was a fan of The Equalizers, but this time it will be Queen Latifah.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
TV show?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay. It's a CBS-produced Denzel Less remake of Training Day. Never really caught on, so they went the route of doing a Equalizer remake. So I think it might be fun. One I've been seeing tons of trailers for, and I cannot wait to see this, is Clarice. It's a sequel series to Silence of the Lambs.
Probably going to be her days in the FBI probably before she
it's a series sequel. It's not a prequel. Sequel. So
maybe sequel.
Her time after. So we'll see. Definitely, there is a voice very Hannibal Lecter-esque in there. So we'll see what happens with that. Not much is told in the trailers. It's just a lot of flashes and just eerie music. So we shall see. I mean, CBS is known for their crime dramas. Yep. Let's see what else we got coming out. Sorry guys, got to run through here.
No, it's okay.
Falcon Winter Soldier, we definitely have that. No date release Falcon and Winter Soldier as of yet, but we've gotten a lot of information. It's just, it's at the end of, end games. We see Steve Rogers hand off his shield to Sam Wilson, and we just, assume it's Sam and Bucky try to team up. We do know they'll be fighting
U.S. agent.
Drawing a blank. Yeah, U.S. agent. I thought Zemo was going to be in there as well.
Zemo's going to be there too, yeah.
With a from what I saw, a comic book accurate costume.
Yep, he's got the sock over his head. So
yep. You Handmaiden Tales fans that we're going to get that season 4 is coming out this year.
Yep, I'm sure you.
Loki is definitely dropping Disney Plus.
Yep.
So
one
we've
of my
already
most
seen a lot of
on my list. Yep.
I've already seen a lot of trailers for that, or one of the trailers, and a lot of cool scenes in there. We get to see for the first time ever a Lord of the Rings series.
That's actually my number. That's actually my number 2, highly anticipated for this season.
This one is very expensive. This is one of the. They're talking about this is the first of 5 very expensive Lord of the Rings seasons. So this is number 1. They're going to have 5 seasons. They've already got a beginning, middle, and end. It's just, I think it's a great thing. It's going to replace the Game of Thrones vacuum that's created. But at the same time, Game of Thrones is coming out with a series called House of the Dragon. That's coming out on HBO. Haven't gotten a time frame on that yet.
I wonder if they'll talk about the Mad King. That's the one. That's the one time
for the House of the Dragon. I got a feeling we're going to get that.
That's what I'm thinking, because they alluded to him so many times in the original Game of Thrones series. I was like, dude, just go back and talk about the Mad King. We talked about him. So much.
They don't need to, because they talked about him. What you heard of the Mad King is all you need to hear of the Mad King.
I don't know.
That's really it. I know you need to see it to appreciate it, but what you've heard is all you need to know. He's what he did and everything. That's it.
The Mad King.
Yeah, and it wasn't just he was the Mad King, but if you watch the series of Game of Thrones, you heard the stories bit by bit throughout the series of the overall life of him. And it was said. We don't need to see it. But as far as Lord of the Rings goes, the series will take place long before Frodo was running around the Shire, so we're going to see more of it's a Middle-earth prequel, basically. So it's going to be set during the second age of the.
No, I was going to say it's the second or third age.
Second age,
Second age, okay.
Let's see. Next one we have.
All the CW shows are coming back too, right?
I'm working my way. You got to simmer down.
Okay.
I got a list.
All right.
But we can talk about them as I'm going through my list. Go ahead.
Gotcha. I'm just saying, all the CW shows are coming back in. Yeah. I was looking at Superman and Lois, even though I did not like the trailer that came out.
Oh God, it was a horrible trailer.
I thought that trailer was just didn't really tell me anything. I mean, it just showed him and flying and
him talking. I was like, "What are you talking about, dude? What are you saying?"
I don't know how you ruin a trailer for Superman by making him talk. I mean, just show him flying, beating up things, and the crest. Yeah. I mean, not a hard trailer to make. And then you just show his two sons. One is like looking like him. The other one's like a broody guy. I'm like, I don't know why they had to make a second son. I was
Yeah, I know.
okay.
I honestly, like I told you a long time ago when we first heard about the casting of this, I think what they did is they looked at the super sons, which was Damien and Jonathan from Batman.
They're trying to
and,
make, yeah.
And I think that's what they're trying to do without having to bring in a Damien. They're going to have the brooding son, and then the John. So basically, look at the brooding son as Damien, and look at the happier son as Jonathan.
Oh,
And
boy.
I think that's what they're trying to do, is because, I mean, that was a great series. I know you said you didn't really read it, but the few I picked up of that book was so much fun, because you just had this smart assiness to Jonathan, like because he knew what he was, and so he knew he had this power, but then you had that bite and that attitude of Damien, which I love. And them kind of bantering back and forth, like, you've always wanted to see Batman and Superman do this, but they're too adult and have too much respect for each other. But these kids are like, screw you. No, we're gonna. They talk to each other like two teen boys do, play practical jokes on each other and just do shit like that. But then again, they're both very powerful people. Yes, Damien's a powerful mind, not a body, but they would just go back and forth and do things like that. Jonathan would hum a song and Damien would be like, would you just knock it off?
Yeah, I think that's the route they're going to go to. I mean, I hate to admit that, but they clearly from the trailer, it just looks like they're doing Damien and Jonathan Kent, which is, one of them is called Jonathan, so that's Jonathan Kent, and the other one is, so they're doing it.
Yeah, I forget what the other one was named after.
Damien. I don't know.
Was it? Well, most likely if they're going Jonathan, I bet you he'll probably be named after Lois's dad, the general.
Yeah. Was it Sam?
Sam, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sam Lane. Okay.
See, we have The Wheel of Time. Now, this is for you bookworms out there. This is a book series by Robert Jordan's huge book series, and a very well respected. When people talk, and people talk about fantasy novels, Lord of the Rings is here. It's the echelon. It's the upper echelon. Wheel of Time is literally right below it. In a lot of fantasy novels, they just talk about the story and a little bit about the world. If you've ever read a Lord of the Rings book, you know how big and how much that he created a language for the novel, for God's sakes. And so Robert Jordan did the same thing for the Wheel of Time, but no, he didn't create a language, but he created a beautiful world. And there are people talk about the Star Trek and the Star Wars fan base, like going back and forth, and same thing here with in the fantasy world. These two books are kind of can go neck and neck with each other, and the Wheel of Time series has been in the making, I want to say, since late 90s. Like, it has been kicking around for so long, but finally Amazon bit the bullet and got it over. So again, another one. I mean, the Lord of the Rings is coming from Amazon, and then we have the Wheel of Time. And like I said, if anybody's interested in really wants a great story that's already been done, unlike the Game of Thrones, where you have George R.R. Martin, who's hasn't finished his stories. What we saw in Game of Thrones series was the story that the writers of the television show ended it with. There's not an ending to the series yet as well.
Oh, he's still going. I think he's releasing a book this year, right?
No, he's not. He's not.
You sure?
No, he says that every year. Oh, yeah, it's coming out this year. It's not coming out this year. Don't hold your breath. So it stopped. It's been a decade since he released the book, all right? It's not coming out. But if you want a good story that's got an end, Wheel of Time is. And if you guys want to read, I would definitely highly suggest that. I've on the second book. It's a long series. So I read one book, and then I take a break, and I go to something lighthearted. And then I come back. But yeah, definitely, it should be a fun one. They're coming out. Of course, then if you guys another great series taking place in a medieval world, The Witcher.
Yep, that is number 6 for me. I think.
Now that one's an iffy one. I'm not sure. That one's probably, if it comes out, it's going to be way towards the end of the year, because I know he's still got I think they still have to work on it, and they haven't even started filming again.
Yeah, they shut down because of the COVID stuff. So
yeah.
I'm not sure neither. I think they filmed maybe a couple episodes, but yeah, it's probably not going to come out to like end of the year. I wouldn't hold your breath, or maybe
No,
next
yeah,
year.
maybe. And then till end the season or the year out that we have a definite ones. If anybody's been a fan of Young Sheldon, there's a sitcom coming out called Young Rock. And
Oh yeah, I read
would you
that.
like to know
Okay.
what it's about?
Gee, let me think about it. Could it be about a young Dwayne Johnson?
Yes. So we're getting a like we needed it. I don't know if anybody asked for it, but we're definitely getting that.
Well, he's got the money to do it. It's in the
Yeah,
clout.
I mean,
So
why
I
not?
guess if he wants to make a series about himself young,
Yeah.
why
To
not?
me, I'm a fan of The Big Bang Theory. So when I heard about Young Sheldon, I was like, oh, well, that makes sense because a lot of some of his stories are about his family, and you don't know if all that's true, and you're actually seeing it. And if you're going to watch Young Sheldon and you think you're going to see same humor and same rhythm and everything of Big Bang, you're not. This is a heartwarming story. It's a Wonder Years for geeks, basically is the best way I can describe it.
It's pretty accurate, I would say. But looks you forgot one, by the way.
I did not forget them all. I'm just still running through. I know you
Okay,
had
no.
some, so I don't have to.
I-
I do
I-
not
I-
have to
well,
give
you-
the list
you
all
ha-
the time.
Okay, well you just missed. Well, you missed. Well, you pretty much got all of them except one.
Go ahead.
Two. No, I was gonna say American Gods is coming out. That actually is coming out in a couple weeks. I've been looking forward to American Gods. You know, first 2 seasons are awesome. Neil Gaiman book, not quite on the par of the book, but it's close enough. So just check American Gods out if you haven't seen it yet. I think it's on Stars. Yeah, Stars streaming network. So check that out. Real fun. Ian McShane, awesome in that show, and the guy who plays what's his Blue Wolf, Night Wolf. I don't know. Yeah, he's pretty good too. So check it out.
Cool. And then the last few, because I didn't talk about these earlier, and because we don't have dates for them yet, but we do know that they are coming out.
The dreaded TBA.
The one is releasing summer 2001 is the What If series from DC or from Marvel, sorry, and we'll see the what ifs if T'Challa became Star-Lord, what if Peggy Carter became Captain America, just a bunch of different stories. I'm a huge fan of the What If series in Marvel. Even if I wasn't reading a current run of Marvel, I always would grab a What If series just to read because they were just fun and took the world and put it on its head a little bit.
Yeah, twisted it around some origins, and should be fun.
Next one we have also, this one is for slated debuting late 2021, will be Miss Marvel, following Kamala Khan. Interested to see what route they go with this one. I like her in small doses, and I guess small doses is all I've ever taken her in. I haven't gotten a chance to really.
No
delve
pun
more
intended.
Yeah, but I am interested to see what route they go and what they do with this, because this is their first foray into young adult MCU. They are going to have Hawkeye, which that is another one I didn't mention because there wasn't a date yet. But there are 2 shows coming in Marvel wise centered around young women, and so I am interested to see that. I know we have She-Hulk, but again, not even a date yet for 2021. They're talking probably 2022. But again, centered around a female character, but not young. She's more, and I don't know if they're going through the route of her being a lawyer or not. No, I think you did say. I think you had read somewhere. About that.
They said they're going to do the lawyer route.
Oh,
so.
okay. Which is fine. Which is great about her. That's one of the things I loved about her was
Yeah, she's a
that lawyer
gigantic
twist.
woman who's going to defend you in court. So
I mean, it's Ally McBeal with an attitude. Really, I mean,
if they go that route, that would actually be kind
I
of cool.
think that's how they should. Because it'll
they
be
should.
fun.
That'd be the fun way to do it. So get people on
So
board.
well, like I said, Miss Marvel, Hawkeye is slated to come out. Hawkeye is slated again late 2021, most likely 2022, because I think they just were starting about 2 weeks ago, like just starting filming. So hopefully we'll definitely see some more going on, and I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff to look forward to in 2021. Hopefully they all stay on point on release dates, and hopefully we get to go to the movies again. Hopefully.
That's what I'm hoping. We're going to see the movies again. Going to definitely going to have television coming into here. This is the time of the streaming. The streaming wars are going on right now, and we're actually we're actually getting the best of it as viewers. We're getting all the best stuff coming in, and great shows coming in, movies or series that we never thought we would ever see. I didn't think I'd ever see a Wheel of Time series or a Lord of the Rings. You know,
Neither did I. Like Lord of the Rings is the big one. Like my God, like how expensive is that going to be? That's
well,
just
between the both, I
and
mean,
for
yeah,
5 seasons, like wow,
yeah.
that's
Well, again, looking at the Wheel of Time, they're not. They're just as expensive as a Lord of the Rings, and that's going to be a big. You keep your eye out on that show. I think that one's
yeah.
going to
I'm gonna
surprise
check
you.
that one out. I didn't even hear about that till you told me about it right
Yeah,
now. So actually
it's one that.
I was looking it up right now while you were talking. I'm checking it out.
Yeah, check that out. There's a lot to the Wheel of Time, and most people overlook it because Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones got so much. But when you get into I've delved myself more into the what do they call themselves? The booktubers. They're a small group of YouTubers that basically do book reviews, and I've really gotten to look into some of the stuff they're talking about, and that's one of the big ones that most people just overlook, and it's almost on par, like selling wise, as Lord of the Rings. So I think you'll be a surprise, and a lot more folks are going to be talking about it.
Definitely have to check that out.
All right, so you have anything else that you're looking forward to for 2021? Anything you're hoping for?
Yeah. No, I put all my list right here. The only one I think you missed, but I think it's already known, is Mandalorian season 3 we got coming out, and the Book of Boba Fett.
Actually, they're talking of bumping that and having Boba come out instead. Mando coming out after. Last I saw something about a week ago. I didn't get a full definite from the other areas. But yeah, I had heard that they were talking. Let this be the Mando year of Mando, or the year of Boba, and then Mando will follow through.
I can't wait to check it out. Either or, like the Book of Boba or Mandalorian, or vice versa, whatever comes out first.
But no, other than that, anything not in the stuff we've already talked about. Anything you've got into 2021 that you're looking forward to, as far as any events coming out, other than movies or TV shows that we've already talked about.
Hopefully the cons start opening up again. I would like to go to some of the cons. Hopefully Kaiser, any other cons. I would hope.
Well, I do know our MegaCon is open. I'm not going, but I do know the tickets are on sale.
Well, like anything that's like outdoors, and I just want to see people again. Express ideas, hang out again. That'd be nice. Besides movies or TV, but that's pretty much it. Like I have all the TV shows down that I was looking forward to. Basically you named them off. A couple misses here and there, but you pretty much nailed all of them of what I'm looking forward to. I mean, Cobra Kai has me such on a high after watching that. So I'm like, bring on anything else and the goodness. Even Sabrina, which I'm starting to watch too, is actually pretty decent. That's another one that came out this year, their last season.
Oh no, Sabrina came out a couple of years ago, but yeah, it's a really good show though. Really.
Well,
good.
their last seasons it came out just Cobra Kai
just released the last one. Yeah, it's a really good one. Again, same thing. If you like Sabrina, check out Rivendell. It's just as good. It's not as dark, but it's got that same twist to it. It's Archie and Jughead, but it's dark. It's not what you expect. If you like Sabrina, I think you'd like Riverdale as well. Check that out. Yeah, and also for anybody watching, if you guys did like Sabrina, check out that, because it is sort of a spin-off of sorts from them. So
yeah, same world.
But guys, we are getting ready to start our 100th episode next week. So I want to thank everybody that's been following us, listening to us, our new folks. Thank you guys for being in the chat. We finally got chat going so you guys can talk to us live. But we got some changes coming up after our 100th. We're going to start doing a Patreon. So if you guys are interested in some extra content from us, we're definitely going to do that. That content will also be tied into, if you guys can see at the bottom of the page, for our Heroes of Silent Midnight movies. And just for me as kind of one of the hosts and producer here, I want to thank you guys. The downloads and subscriptions have been going crazy lately, and especially on the side of Midnight Movies. That was a slow trudging
slow build, man. Slow but steady.
So we're finally getting some traction over there, and I know that's Kane's baby. So, but me as part of the production of it, I just I'm happy to see it getting the love it needs.
It took a little while, but it's like I said, slow and steady wins the race, and we're getting up there, and we have some good stuff. We talked about it last week, coming to Midnight Movies this year. I cannot wait. I'm not sure when we're going to do our first one of the new year, but
got to do it soon. So we'll hopefully by next week, you guys might see a new whether it's a movie watch long or a movie review from us. You're going to be seeing
one or the other
more. Yep.
Yeah, you'll see something.
All right, guys. Well, make sure you guys do check us out. If you guys go to podpage.com, Heroes-Asylum, you will see our Heroes Asylum page where you can subscribe to all of your podcast listening locations as well. If you go to the same thing for the Midnight Heroes Asylum Midnight Movies, you will find us on all the important podcast pages. And where else can they find us?
Twitter at the Heroes Asylum _podcast. Instagram at the Heroes Asylum. Check us out at Heroes Asylum Midnight Movies. Like I said, good stuff coming this year. And as always, from Mike to me to you, thank you guys, and get to the asylum.